to Kourtney Kardashian. I'm living life. What is up, babies? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Naomi. Hi, welcome. If you're new here, please go and subscribe down below. And if you're not new here, say with me, hey girl, hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy New Year to everybody. How's everybody doing? Like, we are three weeks into 2022. 2022. Dang, they're almost done with January. Already holding in. I feel like 2022 came by super quick. Like, I don't feel like anybody got to prepare for the new year, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, it's the new year already. Like, I usually take the last month of the year to like just start, you know, organizing, decluttering, getting myself together, and it just came by too fast. It came by way too fast, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute, we not there yet, hold on. So yeah, so we are here in 2022, and baby, we survived 2021. If you're here with me, we survived. We definitely survived. So today I just want to do a little recap of my 2021. To keep it plain and simple and short and sweet, my 2021 was amazing. Like, I had a really good 2021. Like, I know some people had, you know, something different to say about 2021, but me, Naomi, I had a really good year. I enjoyed myself completely. I graduated. I had a new job. I was rekindling relationships. I had a really good time in 2021. And I think the reason why I had such a good time in 2021 is because I didn't set expectations for myself. Or at least I didn't set big expectations to the point where I'd be disappointed if I didn't get to those. But we'll get to that in a second. My 2021 was really good. God was great to me. Like, I have nothing to complain about. Obviously, there were certain things where I was like, wait a minute. But it was really good. Like, it was a really good year. Like, I had vibes, okay? Just vibes. You know the vibes, okay? It was really just vibes. It was definitely vibes. So I do have my phone so I can keep track of what I want to talk about, because y'all know me. I'll go off on a tangent, or I'll just go in loops and loops and loops and loops and not make any sense. So the first thing I want to address is, did I achieve all my goals of 2021? You guys don't remember, I made a video just like this, but instead I was just doing my makeup in the beginning of 2021, where I just talked about like how my 2020 went and how I wanted to walk into 2021. So to be plain, I didn't set goals. I didn't set that many goals to the point where I had like a list. I'd say, you know, typical goal of like being consistent in the gym, being consistent with, you know, reading the Bible and graduating. And I completed pretty much all of those except for the Bible thing. The goal that I did not, well, I started, but it's still in the progress. I've talked to you guys about like how I want to create my own business. That's still a thought, that's still in the back of my mind, that's still like, it's now creeping into the front of my mind. I could be more hands-on and be more like intentional with how I want to run this business. But yeah, so I did not start that in 2021, but we're, you know, we got time, and that's something that I want to revisit and truly give a chance to in 2022. So other than that, I achieved pretty much most of my goals in 2021, and I'm proud of myself because of the simple fact that I didn't set those high expectations to begin with. I wasn't let down. I filmed that video last year. I told you guys that I had entered into a new space, hence the space we're in now. And looking back on it, I'm very grateful for this space that I have now. I think it's definitely a season where I'm learning about myself. One, building my relationship with, you know, my mom, and building my relationship with my family, setting boundaries, getting better habits, as well as getting myself financially responsible, as well as, you know, just healing. I'm very grateful for that because of the simple fact that like I feel like this is a time for me to really just become more responsible. And had I moved out at the end of last year, I probably would be struggling. Like, I financially would be struggling, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I was doing a lot of like roommate searches, and it was just not going well for me. I found apartments, but it was just a roommate search for me. And it was very hard. I joined all the Facebook groups. I talked to all the people I knew, and nobody could help me. Like, it was just gone. It was gone. So I just accepted the fact that, like, you know, like, maybe it's just not my time right now. It's still a thought. It's still something that I want to do. It's still something that I am planning towards. I don't know when, what year or years it will happen in, but it's still something that I want to accomplish. And you know, I do want to step outside of like the state that I'm from, looking into jobs and stuff like that. So yeah, this space has been teaching me to just settle for a second, you know, settle, come up with the plans and move accordingly and build that foundation for that plan. So I'm not upset anymore. Not upset anymore, but yeah, I'm just taking everything as it goes. So also something that happened to me in 2021, I started a new job. So I'm about August, September, October, November, December. I'm about 5 or 6 months in to this new job, and it's been good. Like, obviously each job has like its own woes and has its own little things, but I am really grateful for this job because I've always said that, like, by the time I graduate, I want to at least have a job that is in my field, and this job is in my field. It's something that is new to me, but also not new to me. I think the specifics about it is a little bit new, but ultimately I'm working with kids, so that's something that I've been really grateful for. I finally got to leave my customer service job. Technically, I'm still employed, but by them, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm just very grateful that I was able to before I even graduated, have a job that was going to set me on the right path for my career choice. Your girl graduated, and I think that's one of the big things this year that really happened to me. But I graduated a bachelor's in psychology, and I'm super proud of myself because, you know, y'all know that last video I did in 2021, that first video I did in 2021 talking about 2020, how I was stressed. But, you know, your girl, she graduated, and to look back on it, it came by super fast. Like, I know people say, you know, it's going to come with a quickness, and it definitely did. That last semester flew by like in a week, and like it hit me that I graduated, but it hasn't like gut punched me that like I'm a graduate, you know? Like, day of graduation, I was tearing up. Y'all saw the video. I was tearing up. And just to like be done with undergrad is but I do plan on going back to get my master's. I want to become a child counselor or a child psychologist, so I know that's going to require a lot more schooling. I enjoy my break for now. What's next is taking a break, and by what I mean by break is not completely doing anything, but I'm going to take a break and figure out where I want to be, like what city I want to be in, where I want to be at, like what school I want to go to, and just, yeah, figuring that out and figuring out like what job I can do and stuff like that. So I am going to take this break from school, but I'm still going to be making plans for the future. It's very important for me to do that because everybody's telling me all the time, you know, go straight, don't stop, go straight. But I've never had a chance to like actually process ending school. Like, okay, let me just simmer and really think about what I want to do. And, you know, now it's like I'm only getting older. I'm not getting younger. So, you know, I need to really think about not just for myself, but for like my future family, my future husband, my future kids, and what I want to achieve for them, so that way they can, you know, have a life for themselves. So it's not only for me presently right now, but it's also for like, you know, my kids, my man. Like, I need to think about things that are going to attribute to the history of my family, you know? So your girl's taking a break. She chilling, you know what I'm saying? She chilling. And I'm definitely enjoying this break. A part of me is kind of like, nah, go ahead and enroll for fall right now. But I'm just going to see where it takes me. I'm not in a rush. You know, everybody's like, oh, you're young, you got this, you can do it, you can finish like in 2 months, da da da. Not 2 months, but you know, I'm exaggerating. But you can like finish whenever, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but I'm gonna take a break because you know I'm young. Okay, I feel like I've never truly got a chance to like really live life how I want to because of the simple fact that I was restricted to like, you know, my job or to my family or to school. And so now I'm really like, dang, Nay, what are you gonna do? Like, what's coming of this? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Now I get to like really just think about like, what do I want? Who do I want? And who do I want to become? You know? So yeah, I'm just gonna be chillaxing. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, and I get to like work on my crafts, obviously my YouTube, and like work on like myself emotionally and mentally and physically, and I get to work on, you know, my relationships and stuff like that. I just actually get to like, you know, just have a sigh of relief that I'm not stressed from school, you know, and not have a life revolved around school. Taking like this break as well, I'm definitely gonna get into like counseling. I think I started counseling back in 2021 through school, but now that the services aren't free anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's not free 99. I actually have to find myself a therapist. So that's one of the things I'm going to be doing in this next couple of weeks is find myself a therapist that I can go to and finding like somebody I can actually talk to because one of the things that I was really gung-ho on in 2021 was healing, like not having the same old habits that I used to have, like not falling to the same repetitive behaviors and being, you know, receptive to things that weren't going to feed me or that wasn't going to further me in my life, in this life that we have right now. So I was very like, you know, trying to like not react certain ways or not talk certain ways that I used to or say things about myself or about others that I used to, and just be more of myself instead of outside of myself. And through the counseling sessions that I did have during the later half of 2021, it was very eye-opening. Even though we're having sessions every week, I was still like, damn, I'm gonna run out of stuff to talk about. But it just seemed like I always had issues to talk. I always had just talking to someone that doesn't know you, that doesn't know anything about you, just based off of, they only know you based off of what you're saying, is refreshing. You know, you can have like friends that you can talk to and, you know, family members and stuff like that, but it's nothing compared to like someone who does not know you completely. And I like that feeling. I liked being able to get things off my chest because it felt like a weight lifted off of me. Like it felt like I was getting happier. I was, you know, thinking outside of myself, as well as, you know, thinking for myself and thinking about myself and being a little bit more selfish and learning how to maneuver certain things or picking my battles, you know? So I am still on that healing journey. You're never gonna be a completely 100% healed, but just to be able to acknowledge that I have things I need to work on was something that was big and I've been doing. One of the things I wrote down here was talking about relationships. So that includes like lovers and friendships and family. So let's first address family. I think I've been doing a lot better. I am doing a lot better with setting boundaries with my family. There is still some trauma that I have to address with my family. But that will come in due time with therapy. And yeah, that'll just come in due time with therapy. Jumping into friendships. Now, I didn't have a bad year of friendships. If you guys can recall in my video last year, I talked about how like I had to put things into perspective about some relationships that I had with people, and just move accordingly. And in 2021, that was taken into play where I actually got better with some of the relationships that I felt during 2020 were just only stagnant. There's still some times where I still feel like I can't be the only one giving. I can't be the only one tangoing by myself. But it's still a work in progress. I did get closer with a couple of people, and I started branching out, meeting new people. And some people I kind of just like, I'm still navigating how I am in that friendship. And there's some people where I just choose to love them. And that's something that I really learned in 2021 was you have to fight for what you want. You have to fight for the relationship. And I think nowadays it's very easy to just be like, okay, whatever, we're through. Like, or people are just like giving up on friendships, or be like, yeah, I'm just gonna cut this person off. And me personally, that doesn't work for me because I am an emotional person and I hold weight. If I truly call you my friend, and if I'm able to cut you off just like that, then that means we slick weren't friends at all. And for me, I hold friendship to a higher value. My friendships have taught me how to love more than my actual relationships have. And with those, I hold them to a higher standard. So there was some things that happened where, dynamics shifted, but I still chose to love the people I call my friends. And going into 2022, because some dynamics have shifted, being honest and making sure that I'm, one, keeping myself accountable and keeping the ones that I love accountable as well. And I think that people are afraid to like tell their friends certain things. And it's like, if that's your friend, you should be able to talk to them about certain things and tell them, if they're wrong, they're wrong, And yeah, we working on it. We working on friendships. We are like, I'm very happy with my solid friends. I'm happy with my solid friends. I'm happy with where I'm at with like my friendships. I'm happy where I'm kind of teeter-tottering on my relationship with my family in general. And there are certain things that I will never understand, obviously, that I never lived through or didn't know about, that I can't fully say that, yeah, it is what it is, but I know that I'm working with what I have and I'm making the most of it. I'm making the most of it. So yeah, 2021, I was a little bit more open about like actually talking to people, per se, men. Not even men, some of them were boys. Anyway, so I did join dating apps. So it's definitely a give and take type of thing. I'm optimistic. I'm still optimistic. I'm still looking for that one. I'm optimistic for this year. Like I see it coming. Like I do see it coming. I'm ready to love. Like I'm ready to give somebody my love, and I'm ready to love someone. Before I would always think like, because I didn't have the best relationships, examples, and stuff like that. I do come from divorced parents, and so like just seeing like, the people around me and in their relationships and stuff like that, I didn't always see like the best light out of them. And obviously there's good times and bad times, but I didn't grow up with the best examples. So it's definitely challenging to see where it goes, because like ultimately sometimes I am scared because I want to do great. I want to do good. I think I'm more so scared for myself because I want to do good and I want to like be open, and I want to, I want to give that love, but I also like, I'm not scared of heartbreak because I know it's going to happen. I think it's just more so like putting myself out there in a sense. So just coming with like the confidence of like being comfortable, one, with myself, and then presenting that. I did step out of my comfort zone a bit in 2021. Not as much as I wanted to, which was like out of my control, but I'm ready. Like I am ready. I feel like I feel ready, and I can feel ready, but until that happens, I'm still keeping my options open. I'm gonna be dating. Like I want to date. Like I definitely want to date. It doesn't help that we're in a whole pandemic, but I'm ready to date. Like I want to be outside, and something that I realize is that like I think the reason why I'm so like not discouraged, but why I'm so like not into it now, getting on these apps, is because of the simple fact that it's like you can choose when you want to give it attention. Whereas if it's in real life, you have to instantly give. If it's like in person, you have to instantly give that. You have to instantly give that attention. And so because I'm not required to, I feel like that's why I'm just like, you know. But I'm optimistic, you know. I deserve love. In 2021, I definitely kind of fell off with going to the gym consistently. Now, from January all the way into like May, June, I was consistent, and then summertime hit, and your girl fell off the wagon. These last 2 weeks, I've been creating a routine. We're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym. And you know, your girl has been amazing. Like, it truly has been amazing for me to wake up, go to the gym, and then go to work, and then come home after work and just have the rest of the day to myself. I had to change my mindset about the gym. I had to change my mindset to think that, like, you know, it's not about like, oh, you have to go. Think about it as like some place that like you just go into the store, you know, like, because you want to be there. And so my mindset has definitely changed about the gym, and I think that has definitely helped me with being more consistent with actually going. And it's not that I don't like working out. I love working out. It always makes me feel good. Like, I always feel good working out, and I just feel like I feel a lot better. But I know for sure that I need to fix my eating. My nutrition it's not terrible, but I don't feel like it's enough for me to like get where I want to be. So yeah, so I'm just, you know, your girl has been transitioning into becoming more consistent. 5 days a week, I'm able to actually target like each area. I've been seeing the progress, and my arm it's progress. My arm was never like that before. Progress. Okay, your girl has been lifting some weights. Okay, she's been a little consistent with the weights. I has been just trying to be more consistent in the gym and just being my regular self. I want to highlight some things that happened this year, so you guys know I graduated. I definitely went to quite a few concerts this year. We'll see Impulsive. That was my first time going to like a bal / concert. I went to see this kid, which was really good. He didn't have the best stage. He had stage presence, but he wasn't like, it felt short. He came late. We were like 3 hours behind. So yeah, but I went to go see Impulsive. I had really fun times like going out. Like, every time I actually stepped outside of the house to hang out with like friends or go out with like new people, I always had good times. Like, it was vibes, and that's what I'm hoping for in 2022. I had a really good time. I went on trips. I went to South Carolina. I went to DR. I went to what else did I do? I went to Mexico. That vlog is coming. I had a really good 2021. I'm not setting much expectations for 2022 because of the simple fact that like I just don't want that burden on me. Like, I don't want to crush my own spirits, you know? I just want to go off of vibes, you know? I want to just go off of like setting 1 or 2 goals and then just living life, you know? I feel like I just need to do that. Just do that. Like, just live life. Just live life. So that's what I'm going to do. I hope that you guys like my little rant of 2021. I'm living life. I'm doing a lot better. And we're just going to keep pushing forward. You know, push. Knock it out. So, yeah. Make sure you guys are subscribed down below. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.